go out at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He will wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Haribo, Haribo. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Haribo, Haribo. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Haribo, Haribo. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you part. Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Haribo, Haribo. Yashamati Nandana, Brajapadanagara. Haribo, Haribo. Jehovah Adonai, Yahweh Jesus Cristo. Haribo, Haribo. Rajajana Palana.
Hare Krishna, Krishna. Pick this one by mistake, but so what? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Govinda Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Jerusalem, ikayalami,
Gauranga,
ilondoloze,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
uhambe nami,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
ikayalami,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
ilondoloze,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
uhambe nami,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh my Lord. Woo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna.
Jerusalem, ikayalami.
Hare Krishna. Hey, let's dance with Krishna, man. Let's dance with the Lord.
Purchase
man.
your tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Gauranga Nityananda,
Purchase
Shri
your
Krishna
tracks today.
Chaitanya, Gauranga Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama
Purchase your
Rama,
tracks today.
Hare Hare. Gauranga Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Gauranga. Gauranga. Okay, let us chant some japa together here a little bit. Gauranga Nityananda. Let's chant the most auspicious name in the universe. Krishna's holy name. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. I'll tell you later. I'm live right now. Okay. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. This name is really holy, so let us chant with full attention. Give honor to the name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, or hear the name with full attention. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Oh, my Lord Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 no Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Oh Krishna 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 Hari Rama Krishna Hari Rama Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Rama Rama Hari Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Rama Hari Oh my Lord Krishna Hari Krishna Hari Hari Rama Krishna Hari Rama Rama Hari Krishna Hari Rama Hari Krishna Hari Rama Krishna Hari Rama Rama Hari Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Rama Rama Hari 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, my Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. For you guys who have any false ego problems, carrying that weight, that cross of the false ego, man, just let it die so you can live. This is life, man. This is real life. What is that kind of that crazy false idea? It's miserable, perpetuates misery. Just let it die gladly. Let it die gladly. See it as the great sacrifice. The great you sacrifice this false ego. Let it die so you can live in the name. Oh my God, this is life forever. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So for those who have a little problem, just let it die, let it die, let it go, let it die. It's all right, don't worry. If you feel like you're dying, it's not really you. You don't die. We don't die. The false ego dies, and that's great. Let it die while you're alive. Otherwise, you take it with you, the coverings. It's a great opportunity to die, to live forever in the name. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Hey, hell yes. Hell yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Live, man. Yeah, don't live in the past. It's gone. It's finished, man. Don't carry that ball and chain around. If you feel like you're dying, great. It's awesome. Because you're not. It's just the false ID. It's dying. It's not you. You're eternally joyful, happy, go lucky. Meant to be that way. Love God forever. Yeah, live in that, man. The Lord and devotee don't sweat this past stuff. Just let it go. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna This ever fresh atmosphere. The chanting of the holy name bestows this ever fresh atmosphere. Man, you want to get to this point, man. It's great. It's just expanding, understanding and knowledge and ecstasy and bliss and it's just everything is there, man. It's just perfect space. This is it, man. Hare Krishna, for the connoisseurs, come and become a connoisseur. Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama. Spontaneous devotion is a gift. It's a gift. It's not something you can personally generate, except by, following the process, man. Yeah, and accepting the gift, accepting the path of ecstatic love, accepting the process. Simply by that, you can get it, man. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. In great jubilation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, my dear Swarab Damodar and Ramananda Roy, in great jubilation, great jubilation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, my dear Swarab Damodar and Ramananda, know from me that chanting the holy name know from me that chanting the holy name, the holy names is the most feasible means of salvation in this age of Kali. Oh, my Lord Krishna. In great jubilation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Swarab Damodar and Ramananda, know from me that chanting the holy names is the most feasible means of salvation in this age of Kali. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. In this age of Kali, the process of worshiping Krishna is to perform sacrifice by chanting the holy name of the Lord. One who does so is certainly very intelligent, and he attains the shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. Yeah. Yeah. In this age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead. That's why it's important to come and hear from the devotees, because the Lord will give you that intelligence. You'll see for yourself by your not only your experience and your understanding, and you'll have real knowledge. Otherwise, you can't get this intelligence. See, and real intelligence, you got to get it perfect. You got to really hone it perfect. You got to see, oh yeah, chanting the holy name and then in association with the devotees who have that holiness. That holiness is this pure devotion. See, this makes Krishna come close to you automatically, and then you get to feel what Krishna feels like. This unknowable, unattainable personality comes by the quality of that devotion, but you got to get the gift. It's only transferred in the real disciplic line, not in those who don't have it. That's the false followers still. They can become real followers, and eventually they may. Okay? But you have to be with the real followers who follow the path of prema. They're experienced travelers on the most perfect path. What you see here is the most perfect path, is to chant the holy name in ecstatic love amongst other ecstatic devotees. Get that frequency and that vibration manifested in this world. Okay? Then this most easy way of deliverance from samsara, the birth and death cycle. Okay? You come here, you'll get that intelligence. You'll see that, you'll perceive that, you'll understand that. Then you understand what God understands. You know his purpose for coming here was first to come and relish this name. Otherwise, you don't have the power to preach these truths. You don't have the power to understand these truths. If people don't worship Krishna's name in ecstasy, they don't have the power to understand the essence of the real path back to Godhead. They don't. You can read these books. You could be following the Vaidhi path and have all these gurus and do for 40 years, and you won't understand what I just told you here until you hear it from an experienced traveler on the path of prema. Because all those obstacles, those persons, they'll call what is real fake. Everything is inverted to them. See, the real is fake because they're fake. Everything is a projection. You have to come into the associations of those who have this gift that Lord Caitanya brought. And they're rare. It's like finding gold, and gold is very valuable. And whoever gets it becomes rich. Well, when you find the real devotee and Krishna gives you the intelligence that you found, you struck gold. You'll know, wow, man, and you become rich. You become rich in bhakti. Bhakti is the only riches that the Supreme Lord cares for and his most dear devotees care about. This kind of love for God, not just love. Not just love. No, love of Krishna, man. Love of the name. Not one-sided love. No, a mutual relationship of loving relations, actions, activities, chanting the holy name. And ecstatic love is the greatest preaching in this world. The Lord did that. Whoever else does that is very intelligent and very knowledgeable, deepest understanding. More than anybody in the world. And you get the association of that person, then you become intelligent. There's no other practical way. It doesn't work. You could be around the false followers, these gurus. They're false followers. If you don't have this prema, and if there's a real follower in there, they'll know what I'm talking about. But if I don't think there are. I think this is the only place on the planet amongst the Vaishnavas where ecstatic worship is going on. Simply because this message is being preached over there and we still just have 14 people. You would think we would have millions of followers, but you know why we don't? Because people believe in illusion. Why are the masses being cold? Why are the masses, how many people are having sudden death thing? I mean, come on, wake up. People 37 years old every day I look, just keep up on the news for my preaching. Every day, more people, especially the useful idiots. The useful idiots are to the elites who are the controllers. They're working for Maya and ultimately God. The useful idiots that's the mainstream media. They're all dying, man. There's one after another. Boom, boom, boom. Sudden death, 37 years old. One guy just died today. What happened? Well, you're just useful idiots. They use you to broadcast, and then you're gone because it's all survival of the fittest here for them and for Maya. But you want to be the survival of the fittest, even if your body goes, doesn't matter. Okay? Survival of the fittest is the awakening of the spiritual body, man. It's perfectly fit. And that's why you don't come back. If you start chanting holy name in ecstatic devotion, you're finished here, man. No more births and deaths for you. If you come here, you'll get the intelligence. You'll have the supreme intelligence that Lord Caitanya had and his dear devotees have, because that's what we give out as a gift here. You'll see that these gurus are nothing in the Lord's eyes. If they don't have ecstatic devotion, they're just nobodies, man. The only somebodies are those who are dear to the Lord. And that's because they have the one quality that he wants, that he desires, that he loves, that binds him forever to the devotee, that they've received the gift of this ecstatic devotion, this pure love of God. We're teaching people here how to become important to the Lord. So he wants to be with you, be close to you. And then if he's close to you, you know everything. You understand the essence of everything. Okay? Why wouldn't you want that? Okay? Only because you don't come here and get real intelligence. Hey, people want other things other than the most valuable jewel. Well, I'm just going to keep preaching every day. I love it, man. I love going deeper, deep. I love sharing the truth. I love manifesting the truth on this planet. Yeah. You want to become really supreme and intelligent? You come here. You'll become intelligent. I was talking to Lalita yesterday on a little bit. I won't tell you about who or what, but basically, it's about like people. She was saying, "Boy, it's not easy to follow this path," and she's right. Well, it's not easy. It's very easy actually, but most people at this point, that's why we only got 14 people. See, most people don't understand its value and the value of following this path. And a lot of people, even here, you might be thinking, why are you, go Hari, why are you messing with people? Why don't you just let them follow their path? Well, yeah, they can follow their path. I'm not, but it doesn't mean I'm going to tolerate and just not preach the value of bhakti. Just let them, oh yeah, well, yeah, go follow your path. And this is like Arjuna said, hey, Krishna, these people, the demigod worshippers, which are practically most everybody, people even worshiping, if you worship Vishnu in the mode of goodness, that's not really the supreme worship. It's mode of goodness stuff. Regulative, regulations, varnashram dharma and all that stuff. It's not really that special. People have been following rules and religion and everything, but there's a lot of fault in that, a lot of problems still. Yeah. Yeah, so Lisa said, well, it's very hard. And I said, yeah. Well, it is what it is. It's the narrow gate. Jesus said, follow the narrow gate. I mean, he preached it. He said, yeah, come follow the narrow gate. The narrow gate is the devotees as it is preaching. Okay? And they get you to worship the transcendental Lord. Otherwise, most people are worshiping maybe Vishnu in a mode of goodness. In Vaishnavas, they're worshiping Vishnu by their mood. If you're like this, awe and reverence and everything, you're just kind of and doing regulative devotional service and all that. Okay, well, that's mode of goodness. So you're worshiping Krishna in that mood, but that's not the mood that Krishna is really being worshipped. You need the gift. You need the gift of this ecstatic devotion to worship Krishna to get the result. See, only this devotion can you know the real Krishna. Without ecstatic devotion, you're just, you're in one of the four sampradayas, following their regulative programs. But that's not the mood of Raj. I'm here to teach the mood of Raj. Very deep, intimate understanding of Krishna. Get real intelligence, the intelligence Lord Caitanya brought as a gift to people. But you got to come into a society of his real devotees. Otherwise, you won't get this. So Krishna also said the same thing to Arjuna. This is in the Vishwanath Chakravarti's Bhagavad Gita, which is really great. It's called Sri Krishna Samhita. No, Sri Krishna Gitamrita. Gitamrita is really beautiful. So Arjuna says, that's not fair. People worship the demigods and they get a lesser, inferior result. And they put the same energy as a person, well, actually probably even more energy than a person who is just worshiping you. People worshiping you get the supreme result and go to the Goloka Vrindavan and get all these goodies, these transcendental goodies. And the demigod worshippers, they put the same effort. That's not fair. And Krishna said, well, what am I going to do? All I can do is preach the narrow gate. Basically, that's what he said. That's all Jesus could do is preach the narrow gate. What can he do? People say, well, I got my path. Kind of like the lady here. Well, I got my path, man. I'm not here to surrender to guru and all that. And I said, that's fine. Hey, good luck. You got your destination you're going, but my God is different than the one that you're worshiping. You don't have ecstatic symptoms. These are the good people. The lady here is a good person. You know who I'm talking about. She's a good lady, good person, all that, good, vegan, all that. But it ain't good enough if you want to go to this destination. You can't get out in the material universe. And I say this just to teach, man. Teach the difference between the highest truth from even mode of goodness, from veganism, from this recycling that they believe in so much, and that if they don't do, they feel guilty. Can you imagine? It's not much different than the Vaidhi Bhakti path. If you don't chant your rounds, you feel guilty. You ask pani and noodles. If you eat an onion or something, you feel guilty. If you eat meat, you feel guilty. I even hear people haven't gotten through that. If you eat a meat, you think, God is going to judge me. Oh, you see, you still don't know, don't understand. That's why I'm a little hard on the vegetarians sometimes. When you believe your vegetarian is going to deliver you, or the grace of God, your ecstatic devotion that's going to deliver. Let's get clear what's going to deliver you. And then when you get clear, then eat what you want. You want to be a veghead or a vegan, do what the heck you want. You don't care. It's just you follow whatever your habit is. If you're not kind of a Brahmin type or something, eat your vegetables or fruit or whatever. But don't think that's going to deliver you. What's going to deliver you is this association, this ecstatic love that you're going to get if you come here, this intelligence you're going to get to be on the real path. That's your deliverance. That's all I'm saying, man. People misunderstand me. They say you're advocating eating meat. No, I'm not. I'm advocating worshiping ecstatic devotees, worshiping in association of ecstatic devotees, and this goal, this target of receiving the gift, which is what's so hard about receiving the gift and following the real process, accepting a bona fide spiritual master. And just simply, that's intelligence. Even ecstatic devotees accept bona fide spiritual master. Look at Gadadhar. Gadadhar was an ecstatic, intimate associate of the Lord, and he found an ecstatic devotee like Ramana. What was his name? Pundarik Vijayanidhi. He said, well, if I take initiation from him, I can stay close to him. Close to an ecstatic devotee is the greatest opportunity in the whole friggin' universe. Even Brahma wants to be around an ecstatic devotee. Even Shiva, anybody would love to be around ecstatic devotees. And we don't even care. This is the kind of dark place I'm preaching in, man. Man, is it dark here. Man, I think I'm in a kind of a dark place. People don't know these truths. They say eat only what Krishna eats, and that they are Krishnarians. But Krishna Arjuna were warriors. Yeah, exactly. You know, this is all people don't know. That's for neophytes. Yes, start and become a vegetarian. Don't kill ants. You know, and then basically, what is the difference? There was a guy. I think it was Yogi something, Yogi Bara or something. Yogi from India. He was one of the first guys over here. He came over with a mask. Talk about mask. He wore a mask because he didn't want to. He didn't want to kill the microbes coming in. He wanted to filter them out. So he had a mask. He wouldn't kill a fly. Nothing. See, that was the path he taught. So this is. What are you gonna do, man? Yeah, don't kill ants, but offend ecstatic devotees. This is what again people don't know. That's worse than eating beef, my friends. When you go against ecstatic devotees, even ecstatic devotees here, those who got the gift, when they go against their guru or they go against the devotees, they unhappy. All of a sudden, it's hard to chant. They feel unhappy, disempowered, and all that. Well, that's the purification. The Krishna spanked you, man. You got spanked, man. Let go of the false ego. Die. Let that false ego die, man, for God's sake. So that you can live in as a devotee, man. The Lord will give you a new self, man. Well, it's already there. It'll awaken your true nature as a devotee of the Lord, nice and respectful to real devotees. I worship my devotees. Lalita Ganga, Aman. Oh man, I love giving. This is my nature now. I didn't have such a nature before. The Lord is giving me that nature. So die. Die to the false ego. It's not really you. Let it die. It's going to die anyway sometime. Might as well let it die now. It's a great opportunity. So you can live in glorifying the devotees. I love glorifying Lalita and Johan and Janaki and Amy and Fanny because they have actual transcendental virtues. And it's my nature now to glorify what is transcendental. I don't give any false glorification. I do real here. And I love it. That's what the Lord will give you. So if anybody's having any false ego problems and you're miserable because it's not Krishna. It's the trauma that you carry around or whatever you want to call it. It's a little demon trauma thing. Just okay. Just you can be a little detached now. You say, okay, yeah, it's dying. Okay, great. Thank God, it's going to be more room for Krishna, more room to stay, consistent, where I won't be blocked. People will like my association, all that. Replying to Eric, and unfortunately, the body gets super run down, weak, and fatigued after years of not eating meat. You have to really be disciplined and ensure you get enough missing nutrients. Yeah, whatever, everybody just do what they do. It's just if it becomes an obstacle to being here. Look at Fanny. She's eating steaks and whatever she's eating. She had said so. But look at her mood. Does Krishna not want to be with her? This is a good lesson. As I said, I'm not advocating eating meat, not eating. It's not. I'm saying that's not the essential issue. I'm teaching the essentials, how you can get in the narrow gate. If you listen to this teaching, this is all in Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Leela teaching. This is the way the Lord taught. He gave ecstatic devotion to beef eaters, to Muslims, to the tailor. There's a pastime, Chaitanya Bhagavat. He gave it to a tailor who was a beef eater, and he served Srivas. He was a tailor, sewed his clothes. Simply because he had a nice attitude and he was favorable to Srivas. And the Lord gave him mercy simply because of that. Because he served Srivas even for money. Didn't matter. The Lord says, oh, I like this attitude. I'm going to give him something, a gift of of myself. But anybody who found fault with his devotees, oh, he spanked, man. He gave them leprosy sometime, all kinds of, punched them. To say, hey, man, that's worse than eating beef. See, that's why people, you need to drop your ideas that you learned from those things, those vitae level. Even if you learned it from Prabhupada, you got to see that is a big hindrance. That can cause you to be against some devotees here, or you want to, instruct them. Tell them what to do, that they're doing wrong and all this, right, wrong. See, all that stuff is in the vitae level. This is right, this is pure, this is impure. I'm teaching the level that Lord Caitanya understood and taught from, so people can understand how to overcome this right and wrong, this good and bad, happiness and distress, all these material dualities, and live in bliss. Otherwise, you'll be jerked around by some level of the modes of nature, and those who are the controllers of that. They control you. The demigods control you by your being absorbed in the material dualities of good and bad. Well, look at even in the world, these demons, they take control of good and bad, and they make this a good guy and that a bad guy, and they're all on the same team. Illusion, Maya. And people believe, oh, if I go over and I become a Trump man, I'm really good. I'm really this. And then and some people say, if I'm on the Biden team, I'm going to be really good. And they're both on the same side. They're both an illusion. They both have false saviors. Trump and Biden are false saviors in that sense. They can't really save you. The same thing. Being a good person, being like a climate activist, see, saving the environment. That's a false savior. It's not going to save you. That's what these people, they're going to be saved by their recycling. That's done by the controllers. They use that to keep you in illusion still. All of this is an illusion. So I'm teaching the truth to set you free so you can let go of that. Let it die, and not be your motivating principle, so you can get onto this frequency and stay here. Stay living in bliss and ecstasy. Okay? Living on the inspiration and your love for God. And then everything in your life will just change as it's meant to change. You can be a normal person, whatever that means for you personally. Because there's even a little pride in that. Well, I'm a vegetarian, man. I'm superior to these meat eaters or whatever they are. Yeah, no, the one is superior. Who's gotten the gift of devotion? They're the superior person. That's it. That's the only auspiciousness in the world is love of God. There's nothing really auspicious. It's auspicious, inauspicious according to the modes of nature. That's all. It's still in the modes. Only love of God is the only real thing. And that's the only thing interesting in the Lord. That's why the Lord can love a beef eater. If he gives them the gift to love him because he likes their mindset and their attitude and maybe their meekness or humbleness and their ability to accept the real path, the narrow gate, to listen to a real devotee, he'll give them the gift regardless of what they eat or don't eat or fast or don't fast. I teach the real path. What, you want transcendence? Well, give up your path. Follow this path. If not, we'll go to the demigods, like Maria here. She's a good person, everything. And she'll go to the demigods, but she won't be liberated. When I met her, she was tons of sadness. Her God, she says, well, I have the same God. I have the same, didn't take her sadness away. Yeah. But when we met, all of a sudden the sadness started to go. All things were not working out for her, anything. All of a sudden we met, all things start working out really nice. But she's like Mahavirya, same thing, and Meena, and my ex-wife, same thing. Oh no, once they get a little free, a little liberated, they're back to their old path, man. They can't figure it out. well, God, with the association, oh, my life got better. Maybe this is a better path. No, they don't think. No, they're back on their arrogant path of the demigods. No, my recycling's going to save me. My vegan. I'm a vegan. I'm, this pride. I only mention it because to make a distinction. Oh no, maybe she'll figure it out. I don't know. Who knows? That's why I said, okay, I don't have time for this. I'll see you later. Good luck on your path. I'm here for those who want to follow. You want to be delivered? You want to go to Krishna Loka? Well, this is the way I understand to do it, and it works. This prototype works. That one doesn't work. So you want to follow that one? You want to follow your own path? I follow Krishna's path. I point out this is Krishna's path. It's in Prabhupada's books, which are very sacred to me. His ecstasy is very sacred. His association is very sacred. And all those books that describe these other devotees are very sacred to me. The Lord gives me a certain specialized understanding. You want to follow that or not? If not, go follow the demigods. Go follow these Marias and their paths. I don't care. I'm teaching this path. This one works. That one doesn't. So if Krishna gives you intelligence or gives her intelligence, she would be thinking, oh wow, I thought you're right, man. I was really sad, man. I was unhappy and my life wasn't working. Couldn't even feed myself. I had to feed my dog. And all of a sudden I meet this guy and everything, just abundance and everything just flows really nice. Yeah, because I follow this path, man. I follow these conceptions and not the conceptions that veganism is going to save me and I'm going to be guilty if I don't recycle a can. I saw that. Look, she would be feeling guilty if she put a can in the trash. It has to go in the recycle bin. Otherwise, she's forced to act like that. That means you're controlled by the demigods. That means you're controlled by the demons to a certain, because they use that. They use that to manipulate people. They use climate change to manipulate people, the demons. People don't know that. They know, oh yeah, they use giving good, like Bill Gates, for example. Oh, all these charity things and charitable organizations. He's a demon, man. He's using that to control good people. Good people think, oh, he must be a good person because he's doing good deeds. He's a friggin' demon, man. I'm not faulting him. He is what he is. He's doing God's work in a sense. The Lord is empowering them to cull the world. The people, if you listen to demons, you get a demoniac result. If you listen to a demon as a hypocrite and a liar and a cheater and all that, that's what they do. That's their nature. And they think you're just a useful idiot if you do that. You can't see their life. They think you're just stupid, man. You're not going to survive. And that's just as it is. But you want to live, you want to survive spiritually, at least. I don't know, bodily. Who knows? Who cares? I don't care. I'm living, man. I'm living right now, this moment. I love truth. I love to share the truth. That's my life, man. That's going to go on forever. I ain't going to stop. Kill this body, it's just going to go somewhere else. But my spiritual body will go where it goes. It might go into another material body and will continue to preach the truth. I love it. That's why I say this is the best path, man. Give up all these give up your friggin' recycling, all that faith in what you eat is going to deliver you. And then you can still eat that stuff. I don't care. Eat your little vegan, become a fruitarian. See, the Lord gave the mercy to the Brahmin, because that brahmachari, who was better than a vegan. A celibate brahmachari. He gave the mercy. He said, oh, well, you came through Srivas. Okay, I'll give you the mercy. Come into the kirtan. Did he ever, you see in the past time, he said, but you gotta change. You got to no. He says, yeah, don't try to build power by your austerities. Get it by the mercy. Get it by the association of those who have the mercy. Otherwise, you're trying to, like what I learned in the Narayan Raj group. What I had to unlearn, basically. They want to build power by their austerities, and that's why they get pride. It's not the real path. It really isn't. It's diametrically opposed to what Lord Caitanya taught. They want to build power by chanting 1 lakh. That's austere, a lot of austerities. They want to attain Krishna by chanting 1 lakh and by doing all these rules and regulations. See? And they say, and then they pepper it in with Hari Katha, but where's the ecstatic devotees given it? Well, they say, well, Narayan Raj was, well, I don't know, but why wasn't it being transferred? Why couldn't I find one disciple, not even one of them, I could say, this is a real ecstatic devotee with the mood of Lord Chaitanya came to give in the, crying torrents of tears and ecstasy. And they were all hiding it. Narayan Raj was hiding it, and they're hiding it. Then what good is it? It's being hidden. You don't even know if it even exists, and actually it doesn't. It's just Maya is in this. It's always bullshitting, and I'm not fault. They just don't know. They just don't know this rare ecstatic worship that we do. They think it's fake. Therefore, if they think this is fake what you're doing, Gohari. Oh, really? Oh, it's fake. Okay, well, that tells me a lot about you. This ain't fake. This demonstrates it gives you a deeper intelligence, a deeper spiritual command over the scriptures, a deeper happiness way beyond their morose, proudful faces. So I just look at the results. The result of this is fantastic, beyond this world. It's out of this world. So therefore, I accept it as true. Why wouldn't I accept the path that gives me the greatest happiness, the greatest understanding, that awakens people who witness and say, this is fantastic? Why wouldn't I accept that as more truth than anything I've found in the world? And the cherry on top of the cake is the scriptures all agree with what I say. What can I do if people are just not intelligent enough in the Narayan Raj Sangha and the Gaudiya Math Sangha and the ISKCON Sangha to understand what is real intelligence and what is real intelligence understanding of these scriptures? In the vision of the revealed scriptures, what can I do? All I can do is preach. But look, I'm happy. I get 14 to 20, 25 people listening. Who knows what seeds of the truth are going to bear in these persons? Look at yesterday, that guy, Woody, comes, and he has some guru, he says, some guru. And he listened here. He says, well, you're a little intense and everything, but why do I feel happy? I feel happy listening to you. I feel it's taken away my, negative attitude and all that my guru couldn't take away. See, and I told him, I said, this is like that story in Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is how truth is. When you find reality, see, this truth speaks to the heart, speaks to who's in the heart, really, and it enlivens your heart. See, enlivens the real Lord in the heart, and you start to feel inspired because the Lord's inspired. You're starting to know these things. Your guru couldn't give you that inspiration because the Lord is bored there listening, because he's not a real devotee, obviously. No, I mean, not real devotee, with real devotion. Otherwise, you'd have this result. See? So if he continues, he'll be better than his guru in many ways and convert his guru, if the guru wants to listen and get this gift. Yeah, so with Lord Caitanya, when they started to listen, you see, they were open to listening to him. They saw he was a real authority. Then they started to feel really happy, happier than their speculations on Brahman. And the student of Prakrishananda commented, he says, even though we don't understand the Lord very well, and he's saying things that are very deep and beyond our comprehension, but we feel very happy hearing from him in his association. Therefore, we accept his words as truth. Yeah? Because, why not? And gradually they began to understand, because that's how it works. You got to get purified. We're here, we're teachers of the teachers here. They need to understand this if they want to be progressive. Otherwise, you'll die as a Vaidhi. You got to get this gift where it's given, and it's a rare gift for the Vaishnavas. Very rare gift for them. And if they don't take, it'll be like our preaching is like St. Paul. St. Paul says, "Oh, you religious characters in the Jewish people, same thing. You religious Vaishnavas, you don't accept. So we'll give it to the Amies and to the Fannies and new people just coming. Whoever's receptive, whoever will follow this path, just give respect to this ecstatic worship. See its value, come here and listen, and then you'll get it. Abandoning your own opinions. This is how Lord Caitanya preached it. If people wouldn't abandon their opinions, and that means abandoning also your traumas, abandoning the opinions of these false voices that don't exist anymore, but are just there because you feed it energy. It's like a black mirror. You're looking at this black mirror that just causes blackness in your life. So give up that opinion, all these opinions. I hear that from people that are dealing with the false ego. This black mirror is reflecting their blackness, pride, false ego, jealousy, envies. Yeah, you keep feeding that. No, let it die. And you're lucky if the Lord makes you, if you're suffering because of that, and that's the only reason why you're really suffering, then that's the Lord's mercy to you. You have to just come to that point of realizing that. This is the Lord's mercy. I'm suffering. You're only suffering because of that. Devotees here, you see the devotees who have the right attitude that don't have, and they're non-envious and all that, they don't have that problem. They like you see Amy, you get the mercy of Amy, get the mercy of Fanny. They're non-envious persons. They're beautiful. Do you see why they're so excited and so inspired by these classes and by this association? You don't see anybody blocking Amy or that. If you're being blocked, you got to admit, okay, there's something wrong in me, inside, within. There's something I'm looking at. Don't try to justify it and keep justifying and everything, justifying your false ego. No, there's a reason for this being here, No, there's a reason for your misery, and that's it. Devotees, there's no reason, especially when you get the gift, ecstatic devotion, and to choke up when you read the scriptures and the name, choke up in the name and laugh and cry and all that. There's no reason to be unhappy except for that false ego. So if you're going through that, this is just see. That is the gift of the Lord, that you're suffering. And when you release that, and you become really fed up and you really want that released from you, He'll take it away. But you got to really want to give it up. And I see those who don't really want to give it up, I see they just kind of have a sheepish, kind of devilish smile when I watch them. And I say, they're still, they get some life out of that. You see? So anyway, if you're suffering because of that, that's what it is. And the Lord will take it away when you want it, when you really want it. It's like I use the example of quitting smoking. Every time when I was smoking cigarettes, I would smoke and smoke, continue smoking. I didn't like it. Just like people, they don't like that false ego in one way. But I still, kind of like smoking. I didn't really want to give. I was half-hearted to give. I said, yeah, I want to give this up, but half-hearted. I wasn't all in on giving it up. And when I finally got fed up, really fed up, when you guys get fed up with your false egos, really fed up being miserable, and the Lord give you the intelligence to really realize that you really fed up, you say, Lord, take this thing away. I don't want it anymore. Look, it's messing up my relationship. I lost my husbands or friends because of that. Everything I really wanted, it never helped me. Take this away. Let me become a real devotee, steady devotee now, not flip-flopping and all that because of that. Then you'll be going. I don't want to feed this anymore. I don't want to feed that. That's the false self. This is what people are. That's why people are in the material world. They're in the material world because they're jealous and envious of others, or we're like these snowballs. We roll into the material world and gather all this moss, all this darkness, all these qualities. See, so this is part of ending that forever. Fanny got the mercy because of her humbleness, because she just did not try to control the situation herself. She was receptive. Exactly. I'm just being honest. There will still be some who eat meat, but I just say it that doesn't stand in the way of my deep faith in Krishna. I've never been happier. Yeah, exactly. Associate with people because of them having the mercy of Krishna, the right understanding. It's the bestest regardless of what they eat or don't eat. I mean, there's stories about this on the ecstatic platform, but the neophytes don't understand it. They're just narrow-minded and less intelligent. And if they want the right intelligence, they'll have to come here. There, people are too attached to rules and regulations. See, too attached. Yeah. There was a story in the saints of India. I really like this story because it shows you this point. This guy comes to this known saint. This guy was a known saint. He came and gave very deep offerings of respect and everything to this saint because everybody else said he was a saint. See? And so anyway, he wanted to be the student of this saint. He said, I really want to serve you. I really sincere. I really, I know you're a saint, and so I want to be your disciple. And he says, okay, yeah, come meet me at after work. Come meet me when I'm at work there, and we'll walk home together. He was testing the person. And so anyway, the person was a very religious person, naturally, he followed rules and regulation and everything. And so he said, well, come to this address and we'll walk home together and we'll talk about this. You're becoming a disciple. And so I think I'm changing the story a little bit. But it's the same idea. So anyway, he goes and meets the saint, and he's at work. Where is he working? He's working in a butcher shop. And all of a sudden, the guy's attitude changed. What? You're working in a butcher shop? You eat meat and you're killing animals? Oh my God! I can't come here. This is my this is our generation. This is the kind of work that we've been doing for generations. I'm just my father's son, and I just doing this work. Okay? And the person, I don't know if he ever got over it, but you see, people don't have the right understanding. The guy could become a saint because somehow or other they got the mercy of the Lord, which is this loving relationship with Krishna, with God. And he was just continuing on it. He was a butcher, he just continued on his work. See, you think that a person has to change their external activities. It's like going to Garuda, and saying, Garuda, sorry, man, you can't worship Krishna intimately like you do because you eat snakes and fish and whatever else he eats. It was his natural habit, his food. But he was still a very dear devotee of the Lord. People don't know these deep principles. But you got to know them, otherwise you'll become offensive and critical on the material platform. You're not conclusive. This is conclusive. What I teach is conclusiveness. I don't hold this back. Prabhupada held this stuff back. It's in his books. It's in these books. In all of these transcendental teachings of Lord Caitanya, deep in there. See, Lord Caitanya taught this. Lord Caitanya said, those who develop pure love of God, they're saved from the consequences of a lower birth. See? If you're in a lower birth, and you don't get this mercy, lower birth means you act in the mode of ignorance. Well, you bind the mode of ignorance, or you're born into the mode of ignorance. Depends how much you developed. Maybe you'll get so ignorant. Look at these drunks on the street. They don't even take care of their bodies. They live worse than animals. You ever seen these drug addicts and everything? Well, they're all over America now. So many. They're like zombies. What kind of birth are they going to get? You think human being? Probably not. Probably more like an animal. That's what they're cultivating in this life. Okay? But see, the teachings of Lord Caitanya, what I'm teaching you will save everybody, will save those who hear these principles and come to accept them, because they're what Lord Caitanya taught. He passed by these drunks in a bar, and these drunks said, "Oh, there's Nimai Pandit. We really like his dancing." And they started dancing around. See, they liked Nimai. They really liked. They're drunks, man. They were in a bar. And Lord Caitanya wanted to go in this bar and embrace them. That's my Lord, man. I don't know what kind of Lord you critical Lord, critical persons out there, you guys that judge people. I'm in that mood. I like that mood, Lord. I've accepted that mood in my heart. The Lord says, wow, they like me. Oh my God, I want to give them mercy. Okay? When that's what happens here. That's how people get the mercy that these big sannyasis can't get. That's why Fanny gets that mercy. And like, oh, I like this Gohar's preaching. I like those words. I like that. This is really wonderful. Look at all the mercy they get. Because my Lord will come and prove that this is the real path. To those who just give a good word, a good, like, I really like this. This is really wonderful. Where's your austerities Fanny is doing, or Amy? Where's their big austerities that these gurus are teaching? Then all they get is big pride, and they get nice, humble, ecstatic union with God, with Krishna, loving Krishna, feeling Krishna giving them protection and inspiration and ecstasy and happiness. Like, what are they commenting here? And these gurus don't get it. Their followers don't get it. See, because I teach the principles of the teachings of Lord Caitanya. Lord Caitanya is the spiritual master of the universe. These principles are meant to be mastered here in this world. And I teach them. I don't care if you don't like it, you misunderstand, whoever does. I'm teaching those principles because I was ordered to do it by Prabhupada with his finger in my face. And I took that finger and I pointed out into the world now. The Lord gave me the finger. This one, not this one. This we give to Maya. Maya, there you go. This one. Teaching the world these principles. Lord Caitanya wanted to go in the bar and give them mercy, and Srivas told him, "Oh, don't go in there. People will misunderstand." But he went in there with his heart, and those guys were more benefited than they got more mercy than big sannyasis and everything. A lot of people were doing what they do in ISKCON here towards our preaching. Same thing. It's all a rerun, man. Nothing different, man. Same thing. Go on, hurry. Yeah. They do the same thing. Lord Chaitanya. This Lord Caitanya. He shouldn't reveal. He shouldn't show these things. He shouldn't. There should be no shows. Just exactly what they say. So what path do you want to follow? You want to follow their path? Oh, you shouldn't show the Gohar. My guru never showed. You shouldn't show. Prabhupada never showed. Or you want to follow Lord Caitanya and the way he preached and the way he distributed the mercy. Anybody comes here with the right mood, so easily you'll get the good news. Otherwise, you'll get this. See, free the captives. You're captivated by big false egos out there, many of these religious people, and we give you that. We smack you with the truth. As it is, man. You don't like it? Well, let the stuff come out. That's why you see when I get a little intense, you start shouting, and there people's let the elephantine offenses flee from the loud shouts of Lord Caitanya. Well, if like father, like son, you haven't found the real path unless you get the whole package. My Lord Caitanya is a package, man. Package deal. Sometimes he's like humble pie and sometimes like a thunderbolt. And you don't like it? Well, you come here anyway and you watch what comes out of you, man, when you hear those loud shouts. So you see that yesterday, the little loud shouting? What did Fanny say? Oh, I love to hear you shouting. This other guy, oh, I'm out of here, man. You criticize in other words, my opinion's better than all that. See, all that stuff for the ops, we just dredge it up, man. See, let it come out. Put those things on the table that are in there anyway. I don't like false humility. Better be for me or against me, man, because now you'll get purified. Not holding inside. You're actually I got my own opinion, but I'm going to act humble and all that stuff. No, listen to some of these shouts. Let's dredge it up, man. Let's get it. Let's get the cards on the table. So, pick up those cards and throw them in the fireplace and burn them, because they're only deuces, man. We gotta we aced this, man. We got a straight flush here, royal flush. See, Lord Caitanya is a package. The devotees are a package. The real guru is a package. Sometimes hard like a thunderbolt, sometimes soft like a flower. Do you see that quality here? Do you see that quality amongst those gurus? I didn't see any of that quality. Therefore, that's not the real guru there. Well, they are gurus because they've been voted in and they're dressed for success and they got lots of followers. I said, well, that's not Lord Chaitanya's standard. That's not the standard of the real acharyas. Okay. Truth is the standard. The truth, Satchidananda, man planted firmly in this world. Ecstatic devotion and conclusive understanding of the real path. Okay? Absolutely, they are very proud of it and check everybody out and judge. Yeah. See, judge. See, this is where it's at. I like this preaching of Jesus. Judge not, lest ye shall be judged. Yet my judgment is just. Why is his judgment just? Because it's neutral. He's only benefiting people. People judge in this world out of hatred, envy, and ignorance. But a realized soul doesn't. But see, my judgment is just, Jesus said. But you see, when judgment comes here, when I judging this and judging that and judging these gurus, see, people they go into this. Basically, they say to me, judge not, lest ye shall be judged. You know that? You see that attitude? Look, Gohar, even some people here, you see, Gohar is judging them. He shouldn't be judging them. That means that he's going to be judged. You see, in other words, they think Gaur Haridas is under the law of karma. He's creating a reaction, a material reaction from his judgments. Why did Jesus say his judgment is just? Because he was purified by his worship of God, man. He called the shots like a really good umpire. You ever see a good umpire? Strike one, strike two, outside. See? They call it, they're looking really close. They call it as it is. people in the stands can't see. They need an umpire there. See? So you know what's really going on in the game. See? So the spiritual master, the realized soul, the real one, calls the shots, man. Strike. No, that's a foul. That's outside. That's not a strike. That's not down the middle. They have to. See? But you can't. If you're not purified, you can't do this. You can't have a just judgment unless you're free of real hatred for others. You got to be in a neutral position by this purification in your worship. Otherwise, your vision will be slanted. You won't be a very good umpire. You won't call the shots down the middle. You won't see things as you'll be clouded with your conditioning. It will come in a way sometimes, just like here. So you can be a spiritual teacher, and there's some conditioning there, clouding a little bit, and you just go on worshiping, go on preaching, go on, following the real path, and by it just goes more and more and more. Liquidarian, I feel superior to a fruitarian. False. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, so you come here, I'm going to be making judgments, man. I'm going to be making calls. I'm going to be finding faults. See, but it's not like people do. This has to be done for preaching. Otherwise, people look at this and think it's crazy. I got to convince people that what is real and what is false. What is religion and what is the truth? What is beyond religion? And that people have to know, oh, you're following religion. Oh, I didn't know. I thought I was following the real path. I thought I was following the highest path. I thought I was following the highest guru. Don't these people think their gurus are the highest? And I say, well, look, do they have the qualities of the highest gurus? Do they have the most ecstatic devotion you've seen amongst the general devotees? Do they even have ecstatic devotion? Do you know the value of ecstatic? Do they preach it? Do they conclusively glorify the eternal path and what it is beyond Varnashram Dharma? If not, you're in a lower class of less intelligent persons. The guru is less intelligent, and so are you naturally, because you believe in your guru. People coming here and listening, many of them, they get ecstatic devotion, they're raised above the modes of nature, have the symptoms of ecstasy, have the symptoms of being saved and having promotion to the kingdom of God, because they have what the book says, glorifies. Brahma glorified the real path and said, those who evince the symptoms of ecstasy, tears in the eyes, hair standing on, and all these other symptoms developing, they are promoted to the kingdom of God. Many of you, you're sure, you know where you're going, just like Jesus knew where you're going. You think even a lot of Christians are confused where they're going. They're not sure because they don't have conclusive understanding of the scriptures, because they don't have conclusive statements in their scriptures. It's been edited too much, and still, it's just by fishermen, and Lord Caitanya didn't come, in other words. So the clarity is not as good, because Lord Caitanya comes once every 4,320,000,000 years. That's the 28th Kali Yuga, man. 28th before Krishna, and then Lord Caitanya comes. That's a long time, man. That's going through these cycles. See, Christians don't know this. They don't have this knowledge that there's all these cycles, going from Kali Yuga to Satya Yuga to Kali Yuga 27 times, and that's 4,320,000,000 years. A long time, right? And then Lord Caitanya appears, and we just happen to be in the right place at the right time. That's why it's so powerful here, because the real mercy of Lord Caitanya is here. Look at this. The many devotees evince the symptoms of ecstasy and promotion to the kingdom of God, which lasts forever. And not just any kingdom of God. Goloka, Vrindavan. because we're in this line. Yeah? Lord Caitanya gave Vrindavan, the rasas of Vrindavan, in servitude, friendship, see, parental and conjugal. And we also, that is our master plan, or the Lord's master plan here. Yeah, recycle because you get fined, exactly. That's the only reason. Well, do recycling is okay. It's a mode of goodness thing. It's okay, to be in the mode of good. You should be in the mode of goodness with your body. Be regulated, sleep enough, eat right for you. You don't need any system to tell you what to eat and how to eat. Try the systems that work for you. Use your intelligence. Don't just blindly do something because somebody says. You got to probably experiment a little bit. Hey, intelligent people try this. You're right, this whole enterprise out there is trickery. At the end of the day, you will just wind up bewildered and with your head spinning. Yeah. Krishna consciousness is revived and awakened anywhere and everywhere. There is pure association with real ecstatic devotees carrying. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Of course, Christianity also not in Israel. Yeah. And this black mirror is also the touch screen in the cell phone. So use it in service for the Lord. Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing, We're using see, we can use anything for Krishna service in this way. We can use technology. Not to serve Krishna. And look at you devotees. I haven't met many of your devotees, but technology is working really nice because it gives us association to the point of awakening God in the heart. That's pretty amazing. Yeah. So, hey, see, this is beyond the good and bad. They could say technology is bad. Well, it's how everything is used. Technology can corrupt you. Everything, all these opulence in the world, this is the problem. It corrupts people who are not purified. Just how it is, because it's a dangerous energy. It's poison. Makes you into like a snake. That's why we have these things. People are poisoned. That's why you see the controllers are demons and demigods. See? Because they've been corrupted. That's why you see demons often have a lot of money. You notice? Well, they gain it by usually hook or crook, and they've been corrupted by it. That's why you got to be very careful when you come to Vaishnavism, because there's a lot of corruptible elements. If you don't have love of Krishna, you're going to be corrupted. I've seen it, man. I've seen how this works. These persons, they get followers who worship them. Oh, that is very corruptible. You start to think you're like a god. You think you're superior to others. They give you money and you become very wealthy there and live in nice places like Santa Barbara over there. Nice house with servants and all that. Ooh, you don't have love of God? Corruptible. You start to think you're better than others. All kinds of weird things. So that's what opulence is. As guru is very dangerous. Okay? But if the Lord empowers you, see, I got the order of Prabhupada. This is all ordained. It's easy peasy for me. Why? Because it's backed by superior power. It's not empty. It's like fiat currency. It has no backing but the word of demons, basically. Those, people in the Federal Reserve. And no backing but their lies and their words that this is valuable and people believe it and it's being used. But at a certain point, people find it's worthless. There's no real backing behind it except the words of demons and lies and cheating. The whole world is like this of Maya. Okay? This preaching, this as being guru here, has the backing of Prabhupada and Krishna and Lord Caitanya, these books in the vision of the revealed scriptures, this preaching, and you witnesses. That's why it's more powerful than anything. And you have to be part of this elite force, you have to have the qualities, which are very easy, just receptibility and ready to abandon your opinion that didn't work, didn't take your sadness and unhappiness and your lack of benedictions in your life away. Look, and people become like god and goddesses of fortune here because we found the real path. We are pleasing Krishna on the highest level, in the greatest satisfaction, what life is really all about. Giving God the highest pleasure, because if you can give God the highest pleasure, you'll get the highest revelation and realization of the absolute truth. And you'll realize, oh my God, that Lord's happiness that I've so fortunately found has shown me that is my true happiness, is the Lord's deepest happiness. Wow. Talk about a revelation. That's Vrindavan. They're all like that there. And those are becoming like that here. You're very fortunate. Supreme. And that's why you guys feel so good, so happy. You want to just tell people, my God, we found this, just naturally from your heart. I just stopped smoking, lose organic tobacco, was down to a pinch, and now I'm out. Yeah, you got to come to that point, really want to give it up, and then you can. Might want to get a little support too. There's some of these programs on TV, on the computer, about keeping your progress and stay around people that are, giving it up too. I found that very helpful. Just like in fasting, I found it very helpful to watch a lot of YouTube videos of people that like to fast. It got me inspired. See, so it's good to, for whatever you're doing. See, everybody has their place in the world. People are inspired. And you can value from that. I'm melting. Amy, Joanna. This is a good one. Like, you are what you eat. See, you are what you eat, right? You want to hear what's the purport of that? You are what you eat. So there's one level is people on the mode of goodness level. See, you are what you eat. Your body is what you eat. See, you are. So if you're vegetarian, your body might be in a mode of goodness and all that. But you're still in the body, man. You're still in bodily consciousness. See? Now, the deeper level that you are what you eat. If you can get the mercy of a Vaishnava to eat what Vaishnavas eat, then you are what you eat. You're the soul, man. You're the soul in relationship, and you eat Krishna's name in pastimes and found the supreme sustenance, the supreme transcendental intoxication. See? That's what I say. You are what you eat. Yeah. Can you eat this? You come here. Well, I don't care you eating meat or no eating meat, no, but you can't. Can you eat Krishna? Can you eat Krishna's name? Because you're chewing, man. I'm chewing Hare Krishna, Krishna. Are you chewing? Are you chewing well? Are you masticating that name? Are you getting the juice from that name? Are you feeling it, man? Are you feeling its glories? No, but I'm a vegetarian. So what, man? Yeah. Give me a meat eater here who comes in and gains the ability to eat Krishna's name and pastimes and qualities. Now yes, that person is what they eat. They are the spiritual body in relationship to the absolute supreme personality of Godhead. Ooh, they can eat his qualities and get real life from that, like Jesus, who was preaching qualities of God, obviously. And he said, I have food that ye know not of. My food is preaching the glories of the Lord. I can relate to that. That's why I come here every day, 365 days a year. You think I'm coming here out of duty or some thing like that in the mode of goodness, duty? I'm doing this because of duty. You think I chant out of duty? I do it because I love it, man. I do it because I'm expecting, more, another rendezvous with the Lord and the happiness of that. I'm motivated. I'm a motivated devotee, man. I have motivation. You want this kind of motivation? Or you want the motivation of a temple commander getting, wake up for Mangal Artik, otherwise, I don't want to wake up, I'm tired, Or you want this motivation from within, man, where you just love it because it's so beautiful to chant the holy name in ecstatic devotion. Want to be motivated like that? Come here because you feel like you're fed and you feel like your life just shines more, brightens up more. See, you're getting the benefit. Why? You show by the example. Your gurus, Amy, your guru in this way. See, you're guru because you show the path. What is the path? You went in the door, you become the shepherd of sheep by your example. You show how to get this mercy, man. Otherwise, look at that. Look at the lady here, that Maria. As nice as she is, a good person, all that, she can't taste what you taste. She doesn't believe it, man. She doesn't believe in this path. Chanting's not my path. See? She don't believe in this. She doesn't even come to see the classes. You're too heavy. See, mundane. I don't care how good you are, how much you recycle. I only mention this just to make a point, It's a pretty good, clear point, personified. Yeah, I don't care how good you are or how many cans you recycled, man. If you don't like this preaching, if you don't like these wonderful truths that I live on, man, I just taste it. You don't like this kind of chanting. Chanting is not your path. Go out there. I don't have time for that. I don't have time to have good people around me. I don't care. Are you good or bad? Do you like to chant, man? And do you like Krishna? Are you trying to surrender to this path, even though you're having problems? Yeah, it was enough. I go and I stay with River. River has all these things going on. I stay with her. It was fine with Karuna too, all that. We're buddies. We had our times, with stuff she goes through and other Karuna also. But we were buddies. I stayed there happily, for a long time. I kept coming back. Why? Because even though she's not as good as some of these like here, Maria. Oh, she's not. Yeah. I rather be with River and Karuna because they like Go Haridas, at least a lot of the time. And they're going through it and they're surrendering to Krishna. They're surrendering to this path as best as they can, even though they have problems and can do all that stuff. I'd rather be with people like that than like that. No, I don't feel attracted at all to that. That's just how devotees are. Who, Jesus said the same. All devotees say that they feel the same way and the same thing in essence. It's part of the same family in that dimension. And even then, the so-called pious people say, "Why are you going to those persons? Why did you go to Matthew?" See, the pious fisherman Peter said at first. Peter said, "Why are you going to Matthew? He's a sinner, man. He's despicable and all that. Oh, I go there because he likes to hear from me. He likes me. I'll go where anybody will listen to my word." See? And those who don't, this should be a chastisement for that Maria, man. She'll find out. Her sadness will come back, man. See? This is a special path, man. It's a special deliverance. You can't get this being in a good person. You cannot get what's given here by, see, I preach the verses. She don't understand the verses here. She don't understand. She won't listen because she doesn't want to follow this path. Okay, fine. Then you go follow, and you go to the demigods, and you go the astrologers and the controller of the planet. You go there and into your good place and heaven and all that stuff. And maybe they recycle up there and they're vegans up there or something. And you go hang out with them, but they still have a big false ego. They don't go through the narrow gate and be delivered. Yeah, narrow gate is deliverance, man. We teach what Lord Caitanya taught here. It's not by pious deeds that people like her are doing. Not by pious deeds, and they follow the pious path. Okay, well, fine. It's hard to follow the path that the Lord taught. Well, that I don't care. That's what I'm teaching, man. It's not by pious deeds, that you can attain this kind of grace. It's not by austerities that Narayan Raj and ISKCON all teach. They all teach austerities. It's not by regulative devotional service that they all teach. It's not by renunciation of the world that Narayan Raj was definitely teaching and all these others teach that you're going to attain. Not by that way. See, I go by the law book. I go by the word. They don't. Even though they praised and they got the big positions and everything and the big following. See, the masses follow there. I follow the truth. I follow the word in the book, man. I follow Lord Caitanya's teaching. I preach it. And regardless if they accept it or not, regardless of all the bullshit that comes out of you when you hear these so-called tough teaching. They're not tough to me. They're truth, man. They're easy peasy. I just like, ask Amy. She likes hearing these easy peasy truths. But those with a big false ego, they don't like it. That's their medicine, man. Take your bitter pill. Not by pious deeds, renunciation, austerities, that they're all teaching. Not by regulative devotional service that they're teaching, that you attain Krishna of Vrindavan in that mood, it's through the devotees that have ecstasy like this, that you get them. That's the only way, only way, only way. Go chant Hare Krishna till you're blue in the face, man. You still don't have this ecstasy that these devotees who just come here and listen, and they get this ecstasy, and you guys don't chanting offensive rounds. Well, go ahead. Don't believe in the holy name. I believe in the preaching of these devotees, and I see the result of their preaching. You can chant Hare Krishna Das Kaviraj says in the 8th chapter. See, I memorized something. In the 8th chapter of the Adi Leela, Chaitanya Charitamrita, you can chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra for millions of lifetimes and not develop the ecstasy of Vrindavan. See, what's the purport? But if you come into the association of the ecstatic devotees, very easily you can come to that ecstatic place and chant the holy name with deep relish and ecstasy and happiness that they can't get that way because their gurus can't give it to them. Narayan Raj couldn't give it to them. They're not. You show me one person who chants like Lalita Ganga or Johan or some of these ecstatic devotees have this level of bliss in any of these sanghas, and not even one will come forward. They can't stand before this preaching. They can't stand under this preaching. It's weakness out there. But strength is in the truth, right? I don't need. They need religion. They need their group, and their bananas in the fire sacrifices. They're learning, through the books, how to become a guru, by memorization of their scriptures and how to give a good class. They have to memorize all these things. They got to pretend to be Raganuga Bhakti, spontaneous devotees, and they got to preach Rupa Goswami's verses, but they got nothing backing them. They don't have Radha's backing, man. Lord Chaitanya's backing, which is this ecstasy. See? And the parampara behind them. Man, this preaching has so much backing. That's why it's so powerful and drives out the biggest demons in people, man. Because when those biggies are out of you, you're going to be very blissful, very ecstatic. A real friend calls you out on your BS. They tell you when you have spinach in your tea. Exactly. And when you are accidentally wearing your shirt backwards. Oh, really? I thought maybe I was. I have a tendency to do that, inside out sometimes. I choose to become healthy, not to become superior based on external health protocol. Yeah, Freddie will make an exception. He's our celery man. This is more rare than a turtle coming. Exactly there, Eric. You're getting it now. Oops. Yeah, it's nice to have Eric coming back, huh? I used to smoke tobacco since I was 13, and I quit 2 years ago. I don't miss it at all. Great. I got a lot of comments today. Wow, look at all these. Popcorn, man. Wow. That was a good one. What is this? Oops. Come on, I can't see this here. Maybe we have to recycle the Vaides into Raganugas. What can we do if they are attached to their own recycling program? Yeah. What was I reading anyway? Let's see here. I forgot where I was. Happens. Oh, yeah. Ah. Yeah, simply by chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna, one can be freed from all undesirable habits. This is the means of awakening all good fortune, initiating the flow of the waves of love of Krishna. So people need to ask themselves, okay, it sounds nice. I've done this. I've chanted for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. or I chanted for a long time and then I kind of gave it up because I was not really tasting. A lot of people do that. Just the question to ask is, okay, well, why have I, first of all, have I reached the platform of all good fortune and initiating the flow of the waves of love of Krishna? Because that's the all good fortune. Okay? So I think a lot of people haven't, as far as what I've observed. I feel like a lot of gurus haven't. Okay? So, and that's what it's all about. So, and I say, and what the Lord says, in the verse is coming up here, he says, yeah, and you bestow such mercy upon the fallen conditioned souls by liberally teaching your holy names. I am so unfortunate that I commit offenses while chanting the holy name. See, so the Lord liberally teaches the chanting. And the devotees, the Lord uses them to be his mouthpiece to show the result of chanting, that it is very ecstatic, that good fortune does come. It's really real. It's not just a blind belief. It's not a mythology. You got to see somebody in actual chanting of the holy name in ecstasy. Okay? And then you start to really tread the path. See, and now the next part of the verse says, I am so unfortunate that I commit offenses while chanting the holy name, and therefore I do not achieve attachment for chanting. See, and that is the problem. See, people commit offenses, and one of them is what I say. You judge people, you criticize, you find fault with ecstatic devotees. What, you want to be around devotees who chant the holy name and good fortune awakens for them and others? Okay? And because that's really the issue. I mean, how after chanting for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, if you get to the point you get fed up with dry chanting, maybe you'll listen. See, because here you get the Lord even will even give himself to you, and you'll still have offenses, and those offenses will come up, and you'll see, wow, look at this, it's affected my chanting. I can't taste this good fortune now. Well, yeah, because it's the offenses. There's false ego there. You're identifying with that. So that's the cloud, and you're in it. You're identifying with it. You believe in it. So you have to see, okay, I'm in the cloud. That's why. The only reason, is offenses to the Lord that can stop you. I mean, offenses to the devotees. Offenses to guru. Even though devotee, I don't take offense if people yell and scream at me or hate me and all that. I don't take offense, but the Lord does, and he wants to teach you that has to come out. That's false ego. You're not identifying with the truth. The truth is to give all respect to devotees, okay? And chant the holy name like this, and then very easily you do it. That's what we see here. People doing that get the result very easily, and they're not back and forth and like this. You see? So anyway, you got to learn from the devotees here, everybody. We have our unique challenges here. And whatever challenge you have to get behind it. Say, yeah, man, this is my challenge, man. I'm a fault finder, or I'm MDS. I got this, I got that. Yeah, okay. At least I know, okay, we're gonna get rid of this. Yeah, Krishna's gonna help me. The devotees are gonna help me. I'm going to just pay obeisance. I'm going to apologize. I'm going to, try to clear my heart. The Lord will help me. You got to be positive like that, because that's the truth. The Lord will help you. The devotees will help you. The Guru will help you, but not in the way to stroke your false ego. Oh, you poor thing. It might be like a thunderbolt, man. And if that's what it's needed, it'll be that way. Yeah. So people here, you very easily have the possibility and assurance to get over these offenses so that you can chant the holy name in ecstasy more and more, like I'm starting to feel now. It's like, wow, I can relate to these verses. It's so fantastic. It's amazing. I want to do more of it. I want to get more into this. I want to get, even though I can't even go beyond, some things I just wish I was like, see, I wish I was like Hari Das, who would chant a lot and the devotees would do devotionals 24 hours a day. But the problem is, I just don't wish hard enough. I don't really want that. So I got what I got. We're all like that, right? It depends how much desire do you want to give up smoking? How much desire do you want to be like Hari Das and chant all the time? How much desire do you want to get over there? So we got what we got. We do, good. I'm pretty happy with what I got. I want more, but we're just on the path, man. I'm on my journey, you're on your journey, and we're due together. We share our journey, compare notes and stuff like that, right? That's what I see. Oh boy, so many comments. Oh my God. Yeah, that's good. See, Eric, just stay in that mood and everything will be well. Do you see? Try to remember when you were on the other mood, thinking like and acting like you did, more proud, more like you were teaching the teacher and all that. Look at the result and look at the wonderful result that comes from this mood. So if you stay in this mood, if you're able to, it'll just go deeper, deeper, deeper. You'll become more and more ecstatic forever. Yeah, pure goodness is always good fortune, like Lilita says. That's where only the real good fortune is. Otherwise, you're in the modes of nature still. See, it's just like if you look in perspective, okay, good fortune is to be on the material level. Good fortune is to be in a mode of passion instead of ignorance. It's better fortune. See? Better fortune than the mode of passion is to be under the influence of the mode of goodness. See? Better fortune than passion. See? But better than all three of those is to be under the influence of the transcendental potency of the Lord, which gives us conclusive understanding of the absolute truth, the essence of everything, and ecstatic feelings, transcendental feelings that last forever. Okay? Now that's the real good fortune. Okay? And anybody under any of those modes, if you abandon that black mirror of preaching from those persons that appear in the mirror of your phone, like mainstream media, could be these gurus, all that stuff, and look over here at this black screen, you'll get the white screen. You'll get a green screen. See the green screen. Everything good and wonderful grows. You can grow any like in this green screen here. Look, I got anywhere I can go. Any beautiful surroundings I can have. A lot of people, they come and they look. They say, "Boy, that's a real nice house you've been living in there." They start to get a little envious. Boy, I wish I lived like that, man. You live in look how nice and tidy that. Boy, you must be a really good house cleaner. Yeah, if one is strongly conditioned in the lower modes, how can one develop the right desire and greed to become spiritual? Well, that's by destiny. If you meet a devotee Just by meeting them, you make some spirit. The Lord says, oh, there's spiritual advancement for them. They unconscious development. They met a devotee. They breezed past them. And a little better, you could be in a mode of ignorance like those drunks in the bar, and you see a devotee or you see Lord Caitanya like back then, and you get mercy automatically because of your good, favorable attitude towards the Lord or the Lord's real devotees. You see automatically that happens here. They just become a little favorable to this preaching, and it touches you, and then you get this good fortune. You start to feel it. How we can't hardly believe how this just continually keeps getting better. Yeah, I'm amazed myself. How does it do that, man? That's Krishna. See, the spiritual potencies like that. That's why the Lord wants to give it to us, for God's sake. Just come and receive it. Come on, you guys out there. Come and part of the intimate. Come become an insider. Come become an insider, man. This is the inside. I'm teaching the inside of devotional service, the within part, the internal devotional service principles. I'm empowered to do that. The Lord has authorized it. Prabhupada gave his seal of approval. Krishna, Lord Caitanya, the devoted Vaishnavas, obviously. You guys are given the approval. Also, I say, this is very good. Yeah, and then when you think you couldn't get any better, the next class blows the last one out of the water. Once again, which is why we always saying best class ever. Yeah, it's so funny like that. I remember Janaki and I were in India, every class given there when I was in was it Goa, and we said, boy, this is the best class ever. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, how does it do that, man? Yeah. But it's a fake room space. What's fake? Everything's fake in this world. So might as well have some fake scenery. What is the difference between this image and the image in the world? It's all going to go, right? So we'll use this image. Why not use this image than the other? What would you rather see like this? See, that's going to go. That's temporary. And this is temporary. See? It's just temporary, man. So we can change the scene. So what? Might as well have a more better than this dry, drab wall. Man, look at something that's something that's fake, also, but kind of a little more in the mode of goodness, huh? Yeah, I like the background too. I think it's nice. You should put some. Oh, yeah. No, we won't do that. Yeah, Janaki, yeah. I live in that room with you guys. Yeah, it's a nice one, huh? I got all kinds of rooms. I'm going to get more rooms. We'll get more settings. Okay, let's take a little bit of a break, I think. Yeah, let's take a break here. Thank you very much for coming, man. I'll rest my voice a little bit. Lalita, oh, by the way, Lalita probably didn't give a class. Maybe, do you want to give a class, Lalita? Are you going to give a little class there? Yeah. Yeah, we'll watch Lalita. Hare Krishna.